Hey there, it's Claire here from Lingua Centra. I'm here today to just walk you through Lingora. It's an amazing new tool that I've just found and have been using to help me with my speaking and my writing skills as well. So really good productive skills practice in whatever language that you're learning. The main ones that are kind of registered at the moment are, as you can see here, English, French, Chinese, Spanish and Korean. And I know that there are going to be more added to the platform soon. So if you kind of navigate to elingora.com, hit get started, you can see that you can select from all these different languages here as your native language. So you just select what your native language is and then which ones that you're learning as well. So you can see this is a massive drop down here. So there's lots of different options. And then you select each language, you select what level you are, and you can add as many languages as you speak. So it's great for polyglots, bilinguals, multilinguals, and anyone who's looking to learn just another new language. So once you do that, you kind of create a username, agree to the privacy and conditions, hit get started, and you're ready to go. So I'm just going to actually log into my account that I've created for us, and you can see here that the landing page is really clear. It's really like bright and colorful, so there's loads of different options that you can do. So straight away you can see the two main features right here in the middle are add new audio, add new text. There's different ways of navigating to these, but I'm just going to go straight from here. So say I want to add a recording. My languages are French, Russian and Portuguese. So I select which topic I want to go through. So for example, I might just say this, jobs and work, and then I can select my language. So I'm going to say French, and then I give it a title, for example, le travail, and then I can give it a description here as well. And then here is, just down here at the bottom of the screen is actually where I would start to record and actually go through the recording. So I'm just going to give you a really quick demo. So you would just hit start. And there's a button that pops up that says record. Bonjour, je suis au travail. Okay, so I just did a really quick one there, and if I want to listen to it back, I can listen to it back again just by hitting the play button here. It's great because you can re-record and record as many times as you want and then upload once you're happy with it by hitting this button. And you submit your audio, and once that's been submitted, the platform Lingora will basically ping out an email and a notification to anyone who's registered as a native speaker of the language that you're learning. So I've registered as an English native speaker, and so every time someone submits an audio file or a writing piece, basically I get a notification asking me if I can just take 2 minutes to give them some feedback. So it's a fantastic way of kind of linking up people with different native speakers and making sure that you can get feedback from native speakers as quickly as possible. It's brilliant. Okay, so looking at the text option, if you hit text here, it's a very similar sort of platform and a similar view here. So say I want to go travel. You can see here under the travel text that there's lots of different options, and it's the same with the audio section as well. So you've got beginner topics all the way through to intermediate and advanced topics, which is great. So say I'm going to go, does tourism do more harm than good to society? And I'm not going to write a whole essay on that right now, but I would give my kind of writing a title here, and then I would write the actual piece just in here. So the same as before, whereas with the audio files, this was your description, this is the actual box that you would type everything up in, and it can be as long and as short as you like, depending on how confident you're feeling or how chatty you're feeling that day. So then you tap save, and basically again it goes straight through to native speakers so that you can have a chance to get feedback from actual native speakers. The other options here, you can see lessons, and I think there are lessons available currently in English and Spanish, with more potentially to be added along soon. And then the really great function, and I think something that works really well on Lingora, is the virtual shop. So this is a really cool way to basically find out about other kind of hourly lessons or other kind of courses that are on offer. You can see those just there. And actually what's interesting is each time you do an activity on Lingora, I think it's a fantastic feature, you basically earn Lingo Rocks. So you can see I have been a bit active, but not as active as some people. I've got 115 Lingo Rocks. And I get a Lingo Rocks every time I submit a piece. So if I submit an audio, I've done 4 so far. If I submit a text, I also earn Lingo Rocks. And then I can basically use them. So you can see here one of my audio files there. And basically, yeah, every time I submit one, I get more Lingo Rocks. And also every time I actually review someone, then I get more Lingo Rocks as well, which is great. And the idea is that actually then when you go into the shop, you can kind of use those Lingo Rocks to get discounts. So you get like a percentage discount depending on how many Lingo Rocks you have. It's such a great feature, and I would definitely recommend using it. And it kind of encourages everyone to produce more and be more proactive in their language, and then also to actually review others as well. I think what works so well about it is basically that you get the chance to kind of, produce the language, but you also have time to actually, rather than having a live chat, you have time to actually think about what you're writing and rewrite things, edit things. And equally, if you're speaking, it's so great because there's not that pressure of having a live conversation. If you're just starting out, if you're an intermediate, or if you're practicing some new vocabulary or new jargon, it's such a great way to basically just, practice it without that pressure of a live conversation. You might be kind of tripping over the pronunciation of certain words if it's new vocabulary you're picking up at whatever level you're learning. So sometimes it's nice not to have the pressure of a live conversation like you do have with some platforms, but actually having the chance to record, re-record, and practice things as well. So that's just, a bit of information there. So how it works is a lot of information that you can find on here about how the whole platform works. So I definitely recommend checking this out. And another function that I haven't quite shown you yet is the My Chats, which is really cool. So that's again where you can find someone and actually speak to a native speaker. So if I hit chat now, I can instantly see just here speaking who I can speak with, who speaks the languages that I'm learning. So this is great. You can just tap chat, and as I said, that's not a live chat. It's actually it's a kind of messaging system, which is really great because it takes the pressure off of trying to speak the language live, and it gives you the chance to practice and get feedback on your written text, grammar, punctuation, all of that, or on your pronunciation when you're delivering a spoken piece, and your grammar and syntax and everything as well. I mean, I can't recommend it enough, I have to say. So please, do check Lingora out. I have to say it will make a big difference. It's made a really big difference to my confidence and my accuracy and my pronunciation as well. And the feedback has been really positive. People are, very supportive and very helpful with their feedback. So I would just, encourage you on that. There's nothing to be kind of nervous or scared about in terms of that. So yeah, that's it really. I would definitely recommend using the platform. Start earning your Lingo Rocks and getting those discounts.